Hi, welcome back. I'm so glad you could join us again. My name's Miss Bridget. I'm a teacher, and I'm sharing with you a program that I did with my preschoolers for many, many years called Animal Rhythms. It's a phonics program. It's going to help you learn your letters and your letter sounds. And we've already started. We're off to a great start. We've done A, B, and do you know what comes next? Any idea? Right, C. We're on the letter C, and this is the letter C. Remember, every letter has a capital letter and a lowercase letter, a big letter and a little letter, and the C sound is k, k, just like that. And every letter has a sign language that goes with it, and the sign language for C is just curving your hands. It's almost like making a circle, but then open that circle up a little bit, and that will be the letter C, and that is our sign language for C. K. And remember, every time we learn a letter, we also learn about an animal cheer to go with that letter. And can you think of an animal that starts with the letter C? There are several animals that start with the letter C. See if you can think of one. Let's think. Well, have you thought of maybe this one? Let me give you a clue. It has a hump on its back. It can also have two humps on its back. Right, a camel. A camel starts with the letter C, and this is Camel Clyde. Clyde starts with the letter C too, and that's his name, Camel Clyde. And the cheer goes like this: C for Camel Clyde. Crickets, crabs, and crocodiles. Cookies, cupcakes, candy canes. C for Camel Clyde. And camel and C and Clyde all start with a k sound. Remember what we do after we learn the cheer? That's right, we open up our big book to see other things that start with the letter C. Let's see if we can think of things that start with the letter C. Can you see the pictures here? There's several things that start with C. We've got a caterpillar. Here's a camel like Camel Clyde, a cat. We have a crane, a type of bird. We have a cup and a cake and candy and a castle. And this red bird is a cardinal. Those are some things that start with the letter C. Now, after you look closely at things that start with the letter C, we're going to close the book and you're going to try and remember something that starts with the letter C off of this. So let's close the book and see if you can remember. Now, you can't tell me because you're not in front of me right now and I can't hear you, but I can try and guess again what you might say. Let's think of something that starts with the letter C that was in that book. It could also be in our cheer. So let's think. Well, I know one thing. It's something you might like to eat. Oh, let's write it on our pink crown. Crown starts with C. And here's a pink crown to write on. Okay, the thing I was thinking that you might like to eat, it's usually a treat, is a cookie. Let's write cookie for a C word. Cookie. Do you know that little insect that crawls along the ground that turns into a butterfly? What's that called? Right, a caterpillar. Caterpillar starts with the letter C. Caterpillar. Let's write caterpillar down. Okay, can you think of another word that starts with the letter C? There was something you drink out of in there. Right, a cup. A cup starts with the letter C. Can you think of our animal that we're learning about today? His name's Clyde. Do you remember what he is? He has one hump, or sometimes they have two humps. Right, a camel. We'll put camel up because that starts with the letter C also. So we thought of several words and put them on our crown that start with the letter C. Now we're going to do a little rainbow writing. You can get a piece of paper or a notebook. You can have a grown-up write a capital C and a lowercase c in your notebook or on your piece of paper. And the red dot, right at the beginning shows you where to put your pen. And then what we're going to do is we're going to trace it 3 times with 3 different colors. You can pick any colors you want, and it can be crayons or felt pens. I'm using felt pens. Do you know what this color is? Brown. I'm going to start with brown. We're going to start on the dot and we go around and up. That's the big letter C. Let's try the little one. We'll start on the red dot and we go around and up. If we continued, we would make a circle, but we don't want to make a circle. We just want to make the letter C. Do you know what this color is that I'm going to use next? Yellow. That's right. I'm going to do a yellow C next. We start on the C on the red dot and we go down and around. And then we start on the other red dot and we go down and around. That's the capital and the small C. Now, this is another color I'm going to pick. Purple, right, purple. And my last C, I'm going to make the sound it makes too. I can make C, K, C, K, C, K, C, K. That's the sound it makes. We're trying to learn our letters and we're trying to learn our letter sounds. So practice is a good way to learn. Now remember what we do? We turn the page over and on the back of the letter C, we draw something that starts with a C. Let's think about what we want to draw. There's so many great things to draw that start with C, and we saw a bunch in our book and we heard a bunch in our cheer. Let me think. You can draw anything you want. I think I'll draw a cookie since we wrote it down up here for the letter C. I'm going to make another round thing. I remember my round apple and my round ball. Boy, I like the circle, that's for sure. I'll make a big round circle. That's my brown cookie. And I think I'm going to put little dots in it, and that will be my chocolate chips. Because some people love chocolate chip cookies. They think they're delicious. So there's my chocolate chip cookie. And I'm going to write the word cookie underneath it. And you can get a grown-up to write the word cookie for you too. And then you'll have the word under your picture for your letter C. Or whatever you drew. Maybe you didn't draw a cookie. Maybe you drew a cupcake. Or maybe you drew a cup or a camel. Whatever you want to draw is great. So we'll put that down. We're done with our rainbow writing. And the last thing that we do when we're learning all about our letters and our letter sounds is I read books to the preschoolers all about camels. And I don't have those books to read with you, but I do have what they told me about camels after I read it to them. I closed the book and they would tell me something they remembered about a camel. And so here is my book that I wrote that the preschoolers helped me write called Children on Safari. And it's got all the animal facts A to Z. And it's all taught by my preschoolers. And they told me many things over many years. And I had to just make it be on 2 pages, which was really hard because they told me so many things. But I'm excited to share some things about camels with you. So I will read to you what some of the things they told me about camels. Joey said, a baby camel is called a calf. JJ said they can walk soon after they are born. Devin said they close their eyelids and their nose when the sand comes to keep it out. Will says they eat plants and grass. Max says people ride them. They are the horses of the desert. They live in the desert and they're the horses of the desert. Elena said they have strong teeth. Let's see what else. On this page, Cameron said their top lip is split so they can grab their food with their lips. Megan said their neck is really long and they eat leaves and fruit. And Savannah said they spit at people when they get mad. Camels get mad, animals can get mad just like people. And this is a picture of a camel, and he's in his habitat. His habitat is the desert. And they can go a long time without water. and they store fat in their humps, not water, but fat. And this camel has 2 humps. Some camels only have 1. And that's about camels. Before we go again, can we do our cheer one more time? This time, let's try and just remember the first line really well, because that's the most important line. And this is the sign for the letter C. This is K, C, and his name is Camel Clyde. So let's do his cheer. His cheer goes C, K, for Camel Clyde. Crickets, crabs, and crocodiles. Cookies, cupcakes, candy canes. C, K, for Camel Clyde. Right, it has the K sound in there. So that is our lesson for today on the letter C. Next time you come, we will do the next letter. And do you know what comes after C? Let's look up here. Oh, it's almost covered up by our crown. We have apple, we've got B for B, and a cat for C. And after C comes the letter D, right? The letter D. And D makes the D sound. So next time you come, we'll try and figure out what animal is going to start with the letter D. There's lots of animals that start with D. Here's a picture of one right here, a dog. But I don't know if it's a dog. You'll have to try and see next time and see if you guessed right about what that animal will be. Thanks for joining me this time. I always love having you with me, and I love sharing what my other preschoolers have learned with you, and it's always fun to learn together. Thanks for joining me. Until next time, we'll see you later. Bye.